Now, it's been 4 months since the Potemer situation blew up in the Roblox community, with everyone coming to terms with the fact that Potemer was completely guilty of engaging with a 12-year-old girl while he was 16, being a third-degree felony and considered as statutory, as well as the age gap between them being inherently. Even worse was the fact that there was proof showing the extensive history of Potemer having consistently sent images to significantly younger than himself in a Discord server, and he continued to do it even when he was told to stop. However, finally some semblance of repercussions and consequences have come his way, and in this video we will cover exactly what happened. So if you guys agree that Potemer should not be able to get away with his actions whatsoever, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So one glance at Potemer's channel and you'd be able to see that all his recent videos have garnered tens of millions of views, specifically on the game Forsaken and Dead Rails, and he has done this to essentially circumvent justified criticism for his actions. Currently, Potemer has only officially made one terrible response to the situation and has left it as that. He himself has admitted that he views his fans as brain rot babies, so he feels no real need to actually address his actions honestly to anyone. Instead, he continues to have his mother do all the dirty work behind the scenes of creating lies to muddy the waters of the situation and to attack me and others who called Potemer out before, while he himself is seen trend jumping onto different Roblox games in order to farm views and stamp out any dissenters in his comments by completely diluting them out with all of his fans. I mean, by looking at his views, it's enough to make anyone feel sick in the pit of their stomach. Potemer is now an adult who continued to lie to cover for the fact that he committed a third-degree felony and a 12-year-old girl who couldn't consent while he was 16. And he is allowed to remain on YouTube, face no channel termination, face no shadow ban, and ultimately face no demonetization whatsoever, and instead has continued to reap the rewards of tens of millions of views on the platform and therefore get tens of thousands of dollars in return. So this is when the Roblox community themselves had to step in and take it upon themselves to deal with Potemer creating content regarding their game. For example, in reference to Potemer's videos covering the popular Roblox game named Fisch, he was creating a lot of YouTube Shorts content regarding it, which was garnering millions upon millions of views. Good news, however, was that the developers of Fisch actually stepped in and were having none of it, and permanently banned Potemer from ever accessing their game. Potemer is actually seen in DMs even having referenced this clearly to his friend as well. Potemer was even seen in DMs stating, "Hey, so remember how Fisch banned me? Well, another game banned me. Drumroll, Untitled tag game," attaching a screenshot showing that yes, he was indeed barred from ever accessing their game again. And the Untitled tag game was yet another large Roblox game that he was creating content regarding and was getting millions of views for it. Potemer was then seen coping in DMs with Wreck-It Ralph gifs, even stating that he was permanently banned from the Roblox game called Superstar Races. But I think the largest case was the pure outrage that the Roblox Forsaken fandom expressed in regards to Potemer milking videos regarding the game to solely benefit himself. Because I hope you all understand, he could not care less about the game. He is here to line his pockets with as much money as possible from people viewing his content, because Potemer is already self-aware that his reputation has completely tanked. He knows there's no way out of it, and he's here to milk as much money as possible before he inevitably leaves. Now, despite his videos on Forsaken having achieved in some cases over 30 million views, people on Twitter, most notably a user called Goldfishiess, is seen stating verbatim to Potemer to stay well away from the Forsaken community forever and to never use his friend's acting voice in his videos again, as no permission was ever given. Of course though, Potemer couldn't care less about this and decided to keep his video up even when the person stated for Potemer to personally remove the video, because of course Potemer is and has only ever been in it for himself and for the money. Of course too, it wouldn't be a proper Potemer video without addressing the absolutely embarrassing defenses made for him, with people stating that they shouldn't drag the drama anymore in reference to someone who committed a third-degree felony. I mean, I've had to repeat this over and over and over again, but it's still insane that people would conflate the word "you're dragging this" to a literal crime. Of course people are going to address it months later. Or then other people as well showed his response, which he not only vaguely admits to everything on his own volition, but I've literally made an entire video debunking it regardless. Now, what many people don't actually know is that a month prior to this tweet being made, Potemer was actually permanently banned from ever playing or accessing Forsaken again, with Potemer being seen in DMs bragging to his friends about being banned for over 7,000 days on Forsaken, and posting yet another Wreck-It Ralph gif stating that he can't wait to be unbanned in 20 years, which is confusing because I'm sure he'd be more excited if it was 12. Clearly, Potemer is getting the indication that he is not welcome nor allowed to create content regarding Forsaken, especially when the devs have expressed that they are vehemently against his actions. But even still to this day, a month later, he is still seen creating content regarding Forsaken, despite the fact he is banned for 20 years from ever playing the game. Potemer making jokes about being banned from all of these Roblox games with the Wreck-It Ralph badge of honor gif is yet more proof that despite reaching the age of adulthood, he doesn't take this situation seriously. He will still offer no proper response to this situation, and his continuation of creating content is proof that he doesn't actually care for what anyone thinks. It's a self-admission that he's there for the money and the money only, and he is not apologetic for it in the slightest. It's embarrassing and pathetic seeing his fleeting amount of glazes on TikTok still encouraging anyone who calls out Potemer in the comments to jump, essentially telling them to commit or claim that they are dragging the situation. I hope they do come to an instant realization though after this video that Potemer himself has described them as all brain rot babies. He has no respect for his own viewers or fanbase, and especially not to the Roblox community in general, and it's still insane to even process that YouTube would actively shadow ban and silence channels like me who call out bad actors, but will allow channels like Jake and Potemer to get away with it scot-free, despite the fact they have made flagrant admissions, literally admitting to numerous crimes. They have a massive double standard and it's absolutely disgusting. Where is the justice? Where is YouTube's backbone? Now, it is very good to see Roblox developers take action on behalf of all the inaction that has taken place up to now, and to remind everyone that actions do have consequences. And perhaps Potemer should understand that the games he creates videos on do not want him engaging with them, and perhaps will do well as to take that into consideration, and perhaps maybe just leave the platform. And also, I hope that other Roblox games that Potemer has made videos on also follow suit as well. But anyway, for clarification as this video ends, this video is not intended for hate, harassment, or cyberbullying whatsoever. This video is instead intended for educational and informative purposes only, going over the entire situation as a whole in a documentary-style context. I'd also like to clarify that this video is intended for more mature audiences as well, as more mature themes are actively being discussed, so viewer discretion is advised. All necessary content has been sufficiently blurred, and this video complies with all of YouTube's community guidelines, including the YouTube Child Safety Guidelines. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and comment your opinions down below about this situation, and join my Discord server to contact me if you wish. My Discord is discord.gg/Parlo, and also join if you want to see any more updates. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.